right, folks, we are back and ready to look at some 3D printing.
Stop!
No, is that not the name of the segment? Oh, okay.
It's not.
Kinda,
3D
no.
printing is the shitnit. It's a very different, you know.
I'm not down with you kids. I was kids. Right. So this week's 3D printing is going to be Italian.
Again?
Boobadabappy. Newsy. How many Italians have unsubscribed during this episode? Who knows? Who knows? And this is Crosslances.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start on his website.
Yeah.
He offers services and things for people. So beyond being accessible for 3D printing in a variety of places, he does also offer sculpting, just direct sculpting. So if you're after something custom, which is something I don't see a huge amount of the 3D print sort of people that we look at doing. Normally it's here is what we have. You buy it from our Patreon, you buy it from our My Manufacturer, whatever it happens to be. So knowing that there are some out there that you can get to commission, not sure what sort of price it is going to come to, but interesting if you're after something a little bit more bespoke or unique that you're not finding anywhere. Obviously, when you see what he has worked on, he has a distinct style, but it changes depending on what he is doing.
It's a fairly broad spectrum of interesting things.
Yeah. So you're not going to be looking at it going, well, he only does chibi things, therefore it's not going to work for my historical army where I need a specific model that isn't available anywhere. You might be able to get around that in ways and means. Obviously has done some crowdfunding-y things in the past via the medium of Kickstarter and Patreon. But if I go to the store, you can get his bits and pieces via the medium of Pinshape, which I've never heard of.
New to me.
CG Trader, which I have, and My Manufacturer. And when I was having a wee scrolly through them, I'd noticed that some things look like they replicate, but other things do not. So you might find bits and pieces on some of them that are more, I will consent to, that are more specific. So, for example, the Pinshape one, obviously we've got a lot of fantasy that is on some of the others as well. But then towards the end, you start to get some more unusual things like rings or, historical busts.
That's pretty cool.
Things like that. Yeah. So as to how much overlap there is between the three different systems, I'm not 100% certain, but it's worth being aware that he does have, or he is accessible through multiple. I mean, I think that is the full kit and caboodle there as far as Pinshape goes. Likewise on CG Trader, I think this is what's on My Manufacturer, but possibly arranged differently. So
I can just see something that says Angry Leprechaun Bundle, so I am going to ask you to click on that at some point.
So we'll click on it when we're here. We're not far past St. Patrick's Day, but you can see there's like pirate crews and tables and chairs and zombie captains and the St. Patrick's Day Angry Leprechaun Bundle, which is
a bundle of angry leprechauns.
Very much so. There's a whole slew of madness. Oh, there's also a whole slew of bits and pieces to go with.
Yeah.
Including Angry Tree, some Celtic villages which are a bit more Tudor-esque.
I think the idea was that these were going to be used as a Blood Bowl team.
That makes sense.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, that's the stadium.
Oh yeah, because they re-roll counters and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And you've even got your cheerleader section, including big foam hand. That explains why there's a tree man then as well.
Yeah. That would
so you run them as halflings.
Very cool.
Anyway, so just let you know, there are those two places. They are a thing that exist. However, we've been mostly skulking around My Manufacturer, so we'll have a skulk there.
Yeah. So Filippo Giovannini is his name. which is an awesome name anyway, but has broken down a selection of different bundles into different options over on the store. So there's lots of ways you can play around with these things. I'm fairly sure a lot of these pieces have popped up weirdly in like either people's projects or on Twitter and in certain different ways. Like, for example, there's a set of very angry princesses that I know a lot of people have talked about. These are fantastic. I'd love to use these as like board game components.
Stuff
or something.
fables, chuck them in, you know.
Yeah. It'd be quite nice. But this goes back to what Jerry was saying about the fact that Filippo's got kind of like a very wide-ranging set of skills.
Yes.
So it can do these and then can do more serious models at the same time. So
which you won't see immediately because I found this to have a look at first. But yeah, because you go from chibi
by League of
to
Legends.
yeah, you go from chibi things like this to historically accurate or more standard sort of fantasy or sci-fi tropes. And then you'll hit something like a very finely detailed sculpted of the Holy Family. I mean, he's Italian. I imagine the Catholicism is strong in that one. We're only separated by a couple of letters. Our flags are practically the same. But yeah, it's an unusual selection. Where's the best place for us to go rather than me just start clicking
if you scroll up on this, there
there
should be collections sets that you can look at. So I would open up Rough and Tumble, the Fantasy Football. Yeah, Rough and Tumble and the Fantasy Football, and then that Black Friday 2021 one as well. We'll look at that.
Okay.
Because these kind of like clicks together some of the like key elements of stuff. So this gives you a look at all the different kind of key elements once again. Yeah. This gives us a look at all the fantasy football teams that they've got. So there's a whole like there's a duck team.
Stop! You've just got me off the cutamals. Now you're giving me a duck team. I already had a penguin team, Ben. Now you're giving me ducks.
Teddy bears?
There may be teddy bears.
I think there are a killer teddy bear team.
They've got like an early 1900s American football padding on as well.
Yeah.
Which weirdly we never really see when people do Blood Bowl. We don't see the early style, you know, the thing that you would see at the start of Cheers, generally on the black and white photographs. They are.
And you've got them quacking.
Oh, they've got such attitude issues. It's brilliant.
They're very angry. Are they angry because they have no opposable thumbs to hold and throw the ball with? That would make me angry if I was a football playing back. Oh, hello, cat.
Oh, I've got a kitty.
In a keys to door look as well.
Yeah. There was like Cass was saying there's a teddy bear team. When you look at the teddy bear team.
Oh, the killer teddy bears.
Yeah.
Oh, there's bunnies and pigs and...
I'm sure my baby cage can find his way in there.
These are awesome.
Oh, they're sinister as anything. I love
One's actually ripped his own head off.
That's fantastic.
That's excellent.
Brilliant.
Oh, they're great.
That's excellent for a very specific reason. I've been looking at the Malifaux, actually, do a set of really raging, ripped apart, stitched horror teddy bears.
Teddies, yeah.
And I was thinking they'd be great for doppelgangers in Kings of War. But they're expensive to put a ton of them on a base. Whereas something like this could be a winner.
Oh, yeah. I like that. I think that's pretty cool.
Just mesmerised, yeah.
I guess it's the throwers that have taken their heads off.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, they're great.
Look, little wolves.
You got your blitzers.
Oh, I'd have stuffing coming out of the things. Barely held together. No pun intended, but barely held together.
Are you sure there was no pun intended? Because it sounded like there was pun very much.
I ran with it, Jerry.
Yeah,
You've
got to do it. Sometimes you got to do it. Then we've got that, and then here we have a more traditional halfling team. Which, when you compare that to the leprechauns, you know, you can see there the sort of range and scope he has in his sculpting.
Really nice. I like that.
We'll not get bogged down in all the
teams
that will be here.
They have a lot of them to go through. Cool.
Those are really nice treemen.
They are. I like that more twisted look to them.
Yeah. Coming at you.
Yeah. So the other one was the Rough and Tumble collection.
Yes.
So luckily that one. So this is sort of Again, it's got some kind of like fantasy football elements in it, but then a few more of them have been designed for use in sort of skirmish games or D&D and that kind of thing as well. So there's apparently Filippo really likes halflings. That seems to be the main
theme. That's the main theme.
Yeah. But yeah, there's things like Ratmen and all sorts of stuff in there as well. So if you're looking for an alternative,
they're awesome.
Yeah, I think like while obviously a lot of people would be like, Warhammer, that's cool. I think these are more probably suited to using Kings of War. I think the aesthetic matches, nicely with the Mantic stuff.
Yep. Very good for Ratkin and Ratkin sleeves.
Yeah. So I think these would be a really nice one.
Easily work.
I love that.
With Ruff.
Yes. Yeah.
Was it? You look like a pigeon that swallowed a plate, Percy.
But yeah, they're great little collection. It's a great little collection of stuff, and I love that he's put them on hex bases.
Yeah,
but for no reason. But yeah.
I look good.
Yeah,
all for that.
You never have enough rat folk.
No,
there's your Bilbo, possibly not Bilbo.
Not Bilbo. Bilbo, not Bilbo.
Yeah,
could be.
I'm not saying the B word after what happened last week. Every single time I said it, you had Warren giggling. I'm not doing it.
Right. Is that what happened there? It was just...
No, that's exactly what happened.
We can't put this out. It's just hysterical laughter the whole time. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes an awful lot of sense. That's really interesting. Halfling on Shieldbearer. Just one fat halfling having to hold the queen up.
Turn into one of your like casters or something, maybe.
Oh yeah, it's a sorcerer for Kings of War.
Yeah,
mounted on noble steed.
You just have to.
That'd be very good for the new Periscope magic item, actually, that lets you see you above units. Sorry, I'm just going through a halfling phase at the moment with Kings of War.
You've been playing with halflings for a while, though, you haven't?
Oh, I've been playing with them for years.
There's even a plague Ken. Who wouldn't want a plague Ken?
Well, yeah. Wow.
I can think of a few people who wouldn't want one, but look at that.
That's hilarious. Can someone please put that into turnip and it will make me very happy?
It would make sense.
That would be good. Yeah.
Turnip pen.
There's also this Black Friday collection. So this is from last year, but one of the things that I really liked was that Princesses Got Angry. So it's very recognizable Disney princesses that have decided that they've had quite enough of their
they've gone wrong.
Their damsel in distress ways, and so they're now ready to kick ass and take names instead, which I thought was really fun.
Nice.
Yeah, literally taking the register. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Wolverine Bell.
Yeah. I quite like the idea of maybe using these and then finding like a Shrek and Donkey miniature or something.
That's awesome, Ben.
And then you could play out like a Shrek game.
That's quite nice.
That is very nice.
Modular
castle set, yeah.
Make the Disney castle. Kind of cool.
Oh, she's cleaned the floor one too many times.
Yeah, she shall not go to the ball.
No.
Maybe cheat a wall, mind you.
I quite like the idea of having them being part of like a zombie game. So you have a whole bunch of zombies.
Oh yeah.
They've all been like captured by the Wicked Witch or something, and so you have to break out of the prison and kill the zombies and escape and kill the witch. I mean, that'd be kind of awesome.
Yeah, or you just have your zombie outbreak in Disneyland.
Well, yes.
And these are just the actors desperately trying to get out.
Yeah, use it for some TV or something. Yeah. Or the Studio Miniatures game, But yeah, there's a nice little section of different things from Filippo that I think offer up, a vast array of different options for you to play around with. I mean, the giants they're fantastic.
Wow.
Again, I think these actually fit in really nicely with the Mantic style. I think that's a really good look. I think they work really well alongside the actual official. Yeah. Everyone, a lot of people love giants, so yeah. Good to have something big and chunky on the battlefield. Yeah.
Very chunky. Is that me again? Is this I get around?
It is, Wow, almost.
15 years ago before the guts started building up. They are clinker sham, as I believe they say in France.
Those two on the right are just dancing together. That's
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's doing the.
I hope
just doing.
I really hope that's what he's doing, and he's not just trying to squeeze one out. He's got a bit of a head shaker going on.
Yeah.
I've been bunged up for days. I shouldn't have eaten those poisonous rats.
Yeah.
They are lovely.
They are. Painted up gorgeous as well.
Work.
I like that we've had some of it, images of it painted, not painted. It's nice.
Yeah. Nice to see the final,
nice way to display
the final product.
It's an interesting thing. What is this? Is this tribes?
Yep. So similar to a lot of creators, obviously, there's the store you can go and buy everything, and then you can dive in and play around with tribes releases every month or
It's
every
very
so often.
Wolfen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can get your hands on the welcome pack. There's the rights to print them and stuff like that as well, which is kind of cool. So if you want to sell them on Etsy and stuff, you can do.
Pack.
That's pretty awesome.
Doesn't get a lot in there. You get those giants, yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple of different pledge levels. As you can see, kobolds is the focus of I think sort of March and stuff, wasn't it? But there you go, sorcerers as well, which is pretty cool.
Sorcerers.
So there's a nice selection of different things for you to play around with. Obviously, a little bit more on the fantasy side of things, but there's a few bits and pieces in there that you could use to go a bit pulpy and have a bit of fun in that regard as well. So yeah,
he's really nice. I like him. He looks very like what's his name? I want to say Raistlin.
Yeah. From Dragonlance.
Dragonlance, yeah.
Big red cloak, white hair.
Yeah,
away you go. Voiced by Kiefer Sutherland in the animated movie.
Don't know how you can do that. Didn't he?
Really?
Wasn't his pupils were like hourglasses? I don't know how you're going to replicate that on this miniature. But good luck at home.
Fingers crossed.
Let me know how that works out for you. And Wolfmen, they are screaming. Rackham, particularly at home with this.
Oh.
You had me at Wolfmen.
Suddenly Jerry was badgering someone to print some miniatures for him. So
I print them, but I only have a FDM, Jerry.
That's all right.
Print them for you. But...
I'll console myself by just opening up some of my collection and just look at the actual ones and go, and then put them away again. But they'd be really good, especially with few places doing confrontation again at the moment, so you can get back into the rules.
Yeah.
Oh, funky. She's got a gun.
Talking about some 7TV stuff, that would be perfect for that.
Yeah.
He is fancy.
He's proper Irish New York cop type thing going on. He's with a broad Glaswegian accent.
It's you again.
It's me. I'm investigating once more. They're ridiculous. What are they about to be?
Yeah.
Who are you? I'm intrigued. Horror adventurers. Okay, yeah, I see that. I see all of that. Yeah.
Take him into Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
If you want to play
RPGs. Interesting stuff.
Very much so.
The it's not on here. Maybe it's because it's on my mini factory, and I don't know whether there's specific tie-ins that they have to meet or whatever. But I know the CG Trader range, a lot of his stuff is giving 10% of the money towards Ukraine at the moment.
Oh, that's good.
So
that's nice.
If it doesn't make a difference to you where you get them from, and you want to support the people
be a good way to go.
Who are being forced out of their houses at the moment, it's a good way to go.
Yeah.
I want to open these because you can't stop me. I've got the buttons. Once again,
look at that hat.
They're
that's a hat.
They're a bit fantasy Renaissance. It's City Guard-esque. I like these. That's a heck of a baton. Hello, Field Marshal. There's a man who enjoys his drum. He must be from Lisburn. Just banging a lamb bag. That's quite cute.
Nice.
The pool party.
You could make these pretty cyberpunk in all fairness.
Look at that dwarf.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very Shadowrun-esque.
I could play you, but I'm having a nice time.
Is that Irish cop again?
Yeah.
And then this was Kickstarter he did, I want to say, last year.
Mm-hmm. Some sci-fi train for Star Wars Legion stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Could be used for Star Wars Legion. Not sure where you got that idea from, but there's a few different sets. So there's generic sci-fi, but then there's also like a desert world. I think he calls it a Baroque world, which kind of screams Naboo.
Oh, okay.
And then there's also Endor-like massive tree trunks and stuff as well. So that is.
The interesting objects for you is
sorry.
Totska.
What is that? You have me intrigued now, Jerry.
It's the Nordic squirrel god that lives on Yggdrasil. Yeah. But anyway, let's not get distracted by my squirrel-like tendencies. But yeah, that is the generic set for. Obviously perfect for Legion and other sci-fi games, but he's done essentially 4. So if you want to recreate Naboo, Endor, Tatooine, they're all doable as well with what he's done.
Very nice.
And you can see those have been printed on an FDM. So depending on where you're coming in at, you can get them in a variety of types. So you can see they print out equally well. But yeah, fascinating stuff, including a whole castle studio.
Wow.
We're not going to get to that. And the prince has been made use a mop and bucket. So, ho, turn the tables. Oh, look, it's from No. Close that. Wherever you are, how do you piss off? Piss
Go
off.
away.
There we go. Oh, that's cool.
It's from the end of Mandalorian season 2.
Wow.
Oh, 100. Oh, do that. All of that, please.
I think it's 54 mil as well.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's very nice.
That is cool. Yeah.
Gorgeous diorama we can get out of that.
Because I never got the night models look in 54. Got other night models in 54, but I don't look. That's really nice. Oh, I think he's even swapped out the lightsaber for acrylic rod.
Nice.
It's that way.
Which
there we go.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Yes. So, Crosslances from. Do you want to give it a go again?
Filippo Giovannini.
Nice one, Ben.
There we go.
Worth checking out across is
multiple platforms.
Yeah,
there will be links down below for all of that. So make sure you go check it out.
You'll never know what you're going to find.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.